Good morning, it is 4:59. I'm Will Puckett.
And I'm Madison Program.
Well, this morning starting off a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. It's really humid, but
there's some fog out there, but it's cooler.
Yes, and we did get in on the rain action a little bit yesterday. So let's bring in meteorologist Kelly McShane this morning. And Kelly, we didn't get a noticeable amount of rain yesterday, but it was still nice to see a little bit.
Oh yeah, it was at least something, and at this point we will take anything we can get. A lot of folks did see a little bit of rainfall, even though it was light. Hey, at least it's something to help kind of break that dry pattern we've been seeing over the last several weeks. Overall this morning though, we're starting off on a pretty dry note. Overall the fog situation isn't too bad, but there is a little bit out there. However, out in downtown Whitesburg, not too foggy this morning. Satellite and radar is still showing some clouds pushing through to the south, but otherwise we are starting to clear out this Tuesday morning, and our temperature is a little bit warm for some and cool for others. We're looking at those upper 50s to lower 60s. Check it out though, Ashland in those low 50s, definitely very chilly to the northwest, so you folks may want to grab the jacket. It was flip-flopped yesterday. Cumberland Valley probably doesn't need a jacket, but folks to the north may need one this morning, and I will have the details on how long these cooler temperatures will last here in just a little bit, guys.
Thanks, Kelly. Well, one Whitley County community has voted to add more restrictions on vaping. Williamsburg City Council voted unanimously to add vaping to its indoor smoking ban. That change takes place immediately. The council called a special meeting last night for the vote. It comes as the school district is dealing with teen vaping.
Well, students around eastern Kentucky and across the nation are celebrating Gear Up Week. Gear Up is a federal grant program that gives younger students the skills they will need for higher education. Students at Jones Fork Elementary in Knott County are grateful they are able to take part.
Gear Up is like a program that helps me get through college, and I want to get financial aid and things like that so I can get through college and get maybe an aviation degree or anything like that, and Gear Up helps me to reach those goals.
At her age, I had no idea what I wanted to be. That's impressive. Now, an academic interventionalist pulls students out to work with them on their future goals daily. This mentor will follow the students through high school to make sure they are on the right track for college.
Well, big changes are coming to the way the state grades schools and districts. The Kentucky Department of Education will begin using the star rating system. Schools will receive 1 to 5 stars based on proficiency, growth, transition readiness, and graduation. Schools could lose a star for a big achievement gap. The school ratings will likely be released sometime next week.
Well, Monday was the first day of fall and a big day for coffee lovers here in Hazard. It was the grand opening of Starbucks in the Hazard Food City. The new store serves coffee and food items. Customers got in line early yesterday morning to place their first order at the new location. The Perry County Judge Executive Scott Alexander says this store is something that has been on the minds of many.
From when I first started office, I heard people, talk about things we needed, and Starbucks was one that would come up, and lots of times people would say we'll never get a Starbucks, but here we are.
Before yesterday's opening in Hazard, the nearest Starbucks locations to the city were in London and Pikeville. This store is open 7 days a week.
In Harlan County, a building is likely a loss after a Monday morning fire. Cumberland City Councilman David C. Dixon sent us this video from Main Street. He says the building had been turned into a home, but no one was inside when the fire started. The fire department says the cause of the fire does not appear suspicious.
A Laurel County man was arrested on Friday after violating the burn ban while near several houses and businesses. 44-year-old Thomas Saylor was arrested for burning leaves, which started a fire off of West Highway 80. A news release from the Laurel County Sheriff's Office said Saylor was intoxicated and was seen eating a hamburger while flames flew around him before he was rescued.
That's what it's out there for, and law enforcement or the fire department can also come, and citations can be issued and arrests can be made if necessary.
Saylor was charged with public intoxication and resisting arrest, along with several others.
And officials in Bell County say one officer is in the hospital after a serious crash. Brian O'Brien with WRIL sent us this video of the scene. You can see heavy damage to the cruiser as it is being towed off. Officials tell us it involves a Middlesboro police officer who somehow flipped his cruiser last night. It is not clear if it happened during a chase. Somehow we are told the officer did not suffer serious injuries. We are awaiting more details from the Middlesboro Police Department, and we'll bring you those as soon as we get them over on WYMT.com.
A tragic accident leads to the death of a Boyle County man last night. Police say Jimmy Smith died after being shot by a crossbow. Danville police say the arrow hit him in his chest. They say he was in his backyard shooting a crossbow at a target when the arrow hit him. Police say they do not know how it happened. One man says Smith ran up to him asking for help after he was hit.
A guy come running out of that apartment down there and said that there was a guy in the back of the house that was shot through the chest with an arrow and he was dead.
Police say they are considering his death an accident.
Police in the U.S. Virgin Islands opened an investigation to a missing Kentucky woman. This is 48-year-old Lucy Scuman. She was supposed to check out of her Coral Bay rental union on St. John, but did not. They found her rental Jeep with all of her belongings inside at Salt Pond Bay. Officials also found her day pack. And as they search, the weather is expected to deteriorate with Tropical Storm Karen approaching.
Well, thank you for getting your day started with us right here on Mountain News This Morning.
Coming up, health officials say flu activity is already ready to start picking up, with one case already reported in central Kentucky.
Well, a lot of us got to see some rainfall yesterday, and the temps stayed on the cooler side, and I'll let you know how long those cooler temperatures will last in my forecast next.